This is NSL Network. My name is Nadim Siboniso Lukele. I'm not alone. I'm joined by Ola Lambo, former Buccaneer. People like when I say that. Chippa United, also a team that is going to be relegated. Marumo Gallants, a team that was in the final. Beat Vet, a team that is normal. Amazulu, a team that is in the top 4. And TS Galaxy, a team. Kola, why are we changing so many teams? Why? Before we start, what's the reason you're always leaving? What happened?
Yeah, SARS, Shamels. Honestly, I would give it to God. Only He knows why. Maybe I haven't been planted in the right soil, like Coach KP is now taking my lines for. But I would say, and some teams, mainly because I did great. In other teams, I would say mainly because maybe the opportunity ran out. In other teams, accusation, life has a bit of all balances, good, bad, mixture of both, but it's what you take from it. But yeah, I've moved around, but
you did.
greater experience. Yeah.
Let's hope we don't have kids in every province, because soccer players usually, when they're in Limpopo, then they will have a woman there and impregnate her. When they are in PE, when they are in Durban, they will get a Zulu lady there. How many kids do you have?
No, I only have one.
That you know. How old?
She's 6.
Coach KP, how many kids do you have besides the 2 that I know, that I met, and outside your family?
Nah, those are the only 2.
Oh, those are the only 2. Hey, Maranga, my divorce in Javakan Fana. Okay, guys, welcome to NXL 360, which are so Orlando Pirates. Your quick overview of the game, how you saw it from both sides.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Nadim. It's always good to discuss football, and I think looking at the final, in my opinion, I think it wasn't one of the greatest finals, and yeah, we don't expect a final too, but with the stature and the caliber of Orlando Pirates playing against Marumo Gallants and where Orlando Pirates is, I, for one, anticipated a very exciting final where it was going to have a lot of attacks, a lot of goals, attempts, a lot of transitional play, a lot of skills, a lot of high confidence, many of the things that we haven't seen in a cup final, because how long has it been to see a cup final being played by a team of such a big stature with a lot of number of players going into the AFCON after this cup final. But overall, our predictions were correct in saying we're rooting more with Orlando Pirates because it's a confident booster for the national team.
They were only wrong with the score. I'm the only one who got the score correct.
Yeah. Kumele usinikeze lo muntu wakho if umuntu osebenzayo, if umthandazo usithandazele nathi.
No, it's instinctively. No, it's instinctively.
Teach us, fundise. Don't be selfish, man. But I don't think people got their money's worth, Nadim, man. And I stand saying that based on how the game went. You can't have a final. The other team's goalkeeper didn't have saves to make. The other teams didn't have much of creativity. We saw good build-out plays from Marumo coming out from the back, showing a bit of the arrogance in not being scared of the Orlando Pirates playing from the back. But it nearly caught up with them when Umahopa stole that ball. Orile stole that ball, and Umahopa nearly, converted it. So I, for one, don't think it was one of the best finals I've seen. And I know it could have went better. Maybe the mindset of the players as well. More so, I'll lean into Orlando Pirates players thinking about the AFCON, thinking about not being injured, and also the mixture and the rotational play didn't really work as I would have anticipated and I would have loved to see it happen, didn't see that much of a creativity from Morele, didn't see that much of Mahopa, Police, the midfield trio, Cash, Nemtengela, and Umbata did not give me that. The people that I could say I was out mostly proud of, it's the defense, because Uchaine Begegu holiday today, you know. Yeah, here and there, a bit of Iskenya now with Ushoti giving TLB a bit of a taste, saying, hey, ungakhohlwa ukuthi we still have this in Mzansi even though you are leaving. So yeah, but I feel we could have gotten more. And I think the people that were in the stadium, like Coach KB, deserved a bit of more, not that much of a tactical approached games. And it's one amongst I would say the last game, because who wants to watch football after a final of that has been sold out? I know there's a game coming tomorrow, but is it really worth watching after the Pirates is as dominant as it is? Is it going to be the same atmosphere and the same feeling? You know, because people are in December mood. After a cup final, people want to close their TVs and start listening to Amapiano, to their nice music that they can dance for. But yeah, it it should have been more. It should have been greater. It should have been better, as tactical as they made it to be.
Coach KP, did you get your money's worth being at the stadium, as Tola said? What is your assessment of the match?
I think we've seen better, man. We've seen better finals and we've seen better games, especially in the hands of Orlando Pirates. But before we get into Pirates, let me start with what you call this Marumo Gallants. I was, well, where I would say I had a bit of my money back is looking at Unumuwe from the right back. I think I haven't seen such a right back. I don't know how long. In most cases, you only find the most right back that inverts, or it's normally Bremudiva from Sundowns. But looking at Ngube, how he played, and Benzo, the number 44, I think they had marvelous game. But like Utola said, man, Marumo came, I think they were playing up against the mighty Buccaneers, one of the dangerous, if not most if not one of the fierce team in the bad way this season. Pirates is playing extremely well, has been beating almost everyone after they've lost their first two games. So the manner in which Marumo approached the game, it's for me, it's understandable. There's someone who once said, Nadim, there's beauty in defense, and it's all about how do you defend. For me, Marumo tried defending with the ball. In most cases, they had the ball. They tried building from the back, like Ukola said. We saw in the first 5 minutes they were in sixes and sevens where Pirates could have punished them easily. But yeah, somehow they managed to get away with it and they were not punished. But also, as much as there's beauty in defense, I always feel, or as a coach, you cannot just come and say, when we have the ball, we'll try and rotate them. Yes, you rotate the ball, and then what is the end goal? I mean, everyone walks in the field and you go from pole to pole. Why? Because you want to hit the back of the net. So if Uchina goes to the game and goes on a holiday like that, it's a question to the coach, but also not taking anything away from the Marumo coach. I feel he went to the final. Yes, he beat Sundowns. Well, his
On
plan.
penalties.
It does not matter. At the end of the day, Marumo played the final. Whether it was penalties or what,
Marumo reaching the final. Marumo reaching the final. You can give credit to Washington Arube because the coach.
No,
You can't. Why?
Yeah, because
what is it? Do you think Marumo Gallants saving two penalties? You give credit. Who do you credit? Warubi saving two penalties.
You credit the whole club because also remember the coach could have chosen any other goalkeeper besides Washington Arubi. So you give credit to the club, and like you're saying, penalties is part of game. Mamelodi Sundowns has South Africa's number one.
So do you think it was fair today that the coach wanted penalties? You agree?
Yes, I agree.
Because Marumo Gallants didn't even have a single shot on target.
It's okay, Nadim. That's what I'm saying. It's his game plan. It worked for him to get to the final. Why change it? If something is working, why change it?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think he tried, but it didn't work out. He should have learned from the MTN final. If you remember, Pirates went to the extra time, and that's where they punished Stellenbosch. So going on to Orlando Pirates team, hey man, there's an admiration that is building for me, especially when it comes to Uwad. I'm looking at the starting lineup. I don't see Hoto starting on the bench in a final. I didn't see that one coming at all. Also having the youngsters, if you look at the back four,
I honestly think it deserves to be arrested for that. It's wrong to do that because
well,
with
I don't
Porto
think
in a final, in a final you need your experienced players. You can't now. This Porto is a superstar. I mean,
yeah,
he's
but you
been
see, when
doing
the
so much.
moment you start saying you need your experience, then it means why start the young pairing of the center backs with Usiema and Bogas, who have been playing very well. So I think the coach, the reason why I like the coach is because
Exactly, those two have proved. Those two have proven themselves that
yeah.
they're key. Ndaba's yet to prove himself at Pirates.
No, Ndaba
As
has
an
been playing.
is
Ndaba has been
no,
coming in and
no,
doing
no,
well.
no, yeah, but Ndaba has not started. Has not started more than 5 games at Pirates.
Now you
Those
see, you've
one
got
have
a coach
started
who's
all.
got a coach who has
This
got
one,
Madino.
this
Yeah,
one have started all the games. Most of the games. In the game where
but
they didn't start, the coach made a mistake in putting CBC against Lupopo. You know what happened?
yeah, but today Sivisi wasn't
No, do you
playing.
know what happened against Lupopo? Do you know?
But wasn't Hoto
Answer the
playing
question. Do
against
you know
Lobo?
what happened against Lupopo? Yes. Do you know what happened?
They won 3-0 at home. Pirates won
No,
3-0 at
Pirates
home.
lost 3-0 away
Wait,
when they played
yeah,
CBC
but Hoto
in
was
the
playing.
Congo.
Hoto was
No, I'm
playing.
talking about the center back, Siema. No, I'm talking about the center back, Siema and
Yeah, you
Bogazi.
are
That
saying,
they've
but you are
established
saying
themselves.
you are saying the coach should be arrested because Hoto was on the bench. So I'm saying no. He should
No.
not be
Focus.
arrested.
I'm no longer on Hoto. I'm talking about the two
Oh,
center back. I'm
no,
talking about the two
no,
center back.
You are quick to change,
no.
Nadim, eh? You are quick to
Yeah,
change.
yeah.
Yeah, no, but we're not sleeping here. I'm talking about the two center backs that the coach
No, yeah,
he
it's
made a
proven. But
mistake. He made a mistake against Congo where he played
Mhm.
CBC. Then he lost 3-0.
Yeah, but he came back and he redeemed himself. So I think it was a good move for coach to
No, he
say,
didn't
okay,
redeem himself. He didn't because the
come
Pirates
on,
were eliminated of the
listen,
Champions League.
Pirates are the Carling Black Label final. Let's stick to that. So
No, I'm saying
Champions,
the
not
most
final.
important thing.
Champions.
The most important thing. The most important thing, Pirates,
yeah,
when they start the season, is to win the Champions League, not the Carling Cup.
yeah, but
How sure are
okay,
you about that?
No.
Are
I
you
know.
in the
They want
discussions?
No, I know they want a second star more than a Carling Cup. Pirates are not losing sleep by not winning a Carling Cup. They are losing sleep. They are not. They are losing their sleep by not winning the Champions League.
The Champions League. Yeah. Okay, we hear you.
Yeah.
So as I say, Nadim, it was a very interesting lineup, but I thought also maybe the coach wanted to win the game from the bench. But I wasn't impressed with the midfield pairing. I was not impressed with that. Having Makaula, having Umbata, having Unamtangela. If hopefully this will be
So
clear. So
yeah, okay, yeah, it's very clear. Try to
hopefully
move on.
is
Try
it
to put it
clear?
on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So if you're having Mbogazi here, you're having Siema, you're having Ndaba, you're having Livito. I thought maybe you would have Okesh, and then you have Mbata, and then you have Unam Tangela, so that they can play eight, and then the half turns can come closer. Because if this is the scenario, then you pushing this guy in, you pushing this guy in, it means even if a team is playing a low block, Pirates will have
Yeah.
more numbers because you will have Mahopa, you will have Relay, and then Apolis. You see, but now with this happening, it means it leaves a gap. But what I saw, it was Umbata and then Makaula, and then Namtangela was expected to operate in these areas here, which I don't think it's his
And
bad. You see,
there's not played in that position before.
yeah, we see. So I thought maybe this position here, maybe that's where the coach got it wrong with these three. I honestly, when I saw it, I thought maybe he's gonna play one CDM and then two eights, and then allow these half turns to maneuver this space so that these guys can move over on the sides. But not seeing that happen, I thought maybe the coach, maybe he was a bit safe. He was playing it safe, maybe mainly because he lost to the very same team. But also, man, the combination of those three, there's not much creativity there. I think hence why we didn't see much from Urile and Police. I think Livito has more shots on target or at goals than Police, which is a question. If you're right wing back, is having more shots ahead of you, then there's something that is not happening there. I
Yeah,
think
but
Relo-
remember, Apolis was playing at Polokwane. For me, it looked like he was on vacation. I didn't
Yeah, he
see
was
the
on vacation
Apolis that
because
has
of-
been dominating.
because of the way Pirates was playing in the middle field, you see. And also, you know, I don't know if it was pressure or if it was a miscalculated move. Apolis in the last 2 to 3 games, he has been coming in as an impact player. So the way he comes in, he scores, he comes in, he creates a goal. Do you think it was pressure on the coach to say Apolis needs to start? Hence why we saw him starting today. And I don't know, but if I'm being honest, I don't think we saw much. I don't know. What's your take on that? Because
So you think he should have not started?
no, it worked in the
You-
past where he came in as a sub.
So you think Apolis should have not started?
No, maybe the middle field is wrong. The middle field pairing is
No,
the
yes
one
or
that
no.
that
It's a yes or no question. Do you think Apolis should have started? No, yes.
with this
Yeah,
middle
you know,
field.
sometimes Nadim, I
No,
think, you know, honestly, I think why change it if it's not broken?
it's not
Continue
broken.
the
Yeah.
same way, yeah, continue the same way you were dominating until there's a force that is saying change it now. But I have to
Mhm.
agree with Coach KB, maybe
You played at
also
Pirates,
because
Kola. Do you think there was a force that said you must change it? You played at
I'm
Pirates. Please tell us about. Do you think there was a force that says you must change it?
uh, I don't believe so. Probably the game, the psychological factor concerning the fact that he lost against the team in the league, you know. For him, he wanted
So that was the
to,
force. That was the force.
It
yeah, the
could be
force
one
could
of the
have been the
factors.
previous result. It could be the factors that he thought about it and said, no, I have to have at least 3 people that are going to help the defense grind and win the ball, you know, win the ball high up the pitch and start creating chances. I mean, no coach wants to lose to the same team twice. It would be questionable for you as a coach to say you did not see the mistakes that you did previously. You're not trying to improve. But he has redeemed himself. He's doing pretty well for the Orlando Pirates. I mean, when last did we see a coach winning back-to-back trophies in his first start of the season? The guy is
No, it's
doing great.
it's doing very well because if you look at teams like Kaizer Chiefs, who won trophy in how many years? 11 years. If you
Is it
look
10 or
at
11
Sundowns,
years.
yeah, if you look at Sundowns, they've not won a cup competition besides the league since 2022. So for him to come in at Pirates and win back-to-back trophies within 6 months, obviously, we can say the coach has done well. I understand you both of you are not happy that he started Nematejela, Mbata, and Makaula. Who do you think should have started ahead of them, or which pairing you didn't like?
No,
Not that I
I
didn't
didn't
like,
like
man,
the
Nadim. I think it did not work. Maybe one creative player, because for me, I don't think Uguti.
No, I need a name. Which creative player? Masonga, I was not there. Which name?
Masongane hasn't been
Who should have?
playing for the longest time. I think he could have went with Umbuli or use Apolis as a 10, you know, as compared to forcing
Oh, I
Orile
see.
that, yeah. And then maybe for security purposes, that's why he went with the 2 pivots, you know. He could have still went with that, the 2 pivots at center mids, and have your creative player to try and cause havoc up there, because playing against a team that has a low block and wants to somewhat build out from the back, you need to also have numbers pushing forward so that when you want to counter press and win the ball high up, you have the needed numbers, you have the right and correct rest defense. But if you're going to have a team sitting back and you also are building from the back without posing that much of a threat, then there's no purpose in doing it, you know.
But
But
at the end of the day, he won, so you can say it worked
that's all
because he
that
got the goal he
matters.
wanted.
Yeah. But it worked when
Because
after the changes, he had to let go of Makaula because of the cautions. He had to introduce Umbule, who was a bit more creative compared to the previous midfielders he had. He had to replace and put in he had to replace Apolis and put in we saw that tactical change when he took off Apolis and put it Danson and then move Urile back to the side, and he also had to reintroduce and put Umuremi to try and give that fire boost, because I saw Umuremi more effective and more threatening to the team when he was on the left. He had more shots at goals in the second half. He was causing havoc. So all of those changes, maybe that was his part of his game plan to saying, I'm going to be safe. And then second half, I'm going to introduce the soldiers that I want to win the game with. Because it wouldn't have been the first time. Our police have started on the bench for so many games, and he came on as a sub, that people now considered Apollos to be an impact player coming from the bench, but forgetful that he has been impactful as well, also starting the game. So it's a chair for chair. It's a chess. It's a catch-22, man. As long as the coach know how to move his puzzles around, and when you are a good puzzle maker as a coach, I think you stand a greater chance of understanding your team and making it the best amongst any other teams. Because without the combination plays that are working for your team, you're going to struggle. You can have one or two, three best players, but if they can't combine with the team, you're not going to have a team, but you'll have individuals who will give you glimpses of performances, but you can still be dominated with them having great performances.
As we wrap, guys, let's congratulate Orlando Pirates or criticize them. But what's your take on the Marumo Gallants that have been coached? Do you think the coach is a good coach of Marumo Gallants? Before you answer, remember that in the league he has played 14 matches and won 3. And in this culling, he has only 1 match. The others, it went on to penalties. What's your take on the Marumo Gallants coach?
I think he's a fair coach. I think sometimes stats alone doesn't give you the true reflection of how the team is doing. Yes, the results are very important, but I can't blame him for today's game. He made it to the final with the way he was playing, and it worked out for him. It's just unfortunate he came across the mighty Buccaneers where he lost it in the last few minutes of the game. So I can't blame him for this. When last did we see Marumo getting to the final? And yeah, man, I think it's only fair. I've watched them play. They look like a coach team. So I think let's give him time. Maybe things will work out. And then in closing as well, not necessarily criticizing Wadu, but just mainly pointing out the few things that maybe could have worked better. But also, there are coaches that win the game from the bench. So maybe Wadu was trying to win it from the bench, and yeah, he has done very well. Like I said, I'm becoming a great admirer of Wadu. Uh, he looks like he's not afraid of taking risk. He looks like he's not afraid of changing things, even when they are working to try a new thing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This could be one of those games where, yes, it was a nasty win, but at the end of the day, he is the champion. He has won a trophy that Pirates has been struggling to win. He's on top of the log. I think if he's not coach of the season as far as it is now, then I don't know. And then also my last sentiments to Umbogazi, I mean, I'm not sure, I stand to be corrected. I think today was his 40th cap at Orlando Pirates at 19 years of age, being able to lift the trophy. Is it 19? 19, 10,
Oh, okay,
20.
okay.
Yeah. So with that,
okay.
him moving to USA, man, I always say great coaches change his life. You see, he was given the umbrella to lead, and he has proved that he can lead. And well, a million signing, there's a lot that he can change at home. And like Utola always say, it's good that the youngsters get those little sense. And in closing, Gola, I think your words, I'll lend them. As long as a plant is planted in the correct soil, then they blossom. I saw it today with Otladisa and Undondo. The boys did their best. Nadim, how do you guys choose your man of the match? I think Nubi was supposed to be
Before I go to the man of the match, Kola, I want to hear your thoughts also.
It's still early days, but at least there is glimpses of seeing the team, and you can see that the team has been coached based on how they build up, based on
It's
how
like
they
Roman
play.
Forst. I remember that guy, that coach Amazulu. Also, Amazulu lost to Pirates in the final. He looks like a good coach, but there's no coach there. I'm telling you.
So
Even Roman Flossie, yeah.
Yeah, let's give it time if he is being awarded with patience that other coaches don't get the grace for, you know. But I think it's good, Coach KB, that you touched about Mbogazi having to play his final game for Orlando Pirates and being rewarded with the move to MLS. And we hope he continues to lift the South African flag high. And man, let's give props to the scouting department at Orlando Pirates, because the job that they are doing, I would want to single mention maybe Joseph Makanya, the former player who's currently the coach there, which is doing an absolutely great job. I mean, look at the players that Orlando Pirates produces from the MDC. Your Mbogazi, your Relebohile Mofokeng, impactful players, not only in the league games, but bringing trophies into the Sea Robbers cabinet. Against Sundowns, Relay
No,
scored the
definitely.
winner.
No, I agree.
Against Marumo
Pirates
Gallants,
have done well
Relay
in
was
development.
was the influential player as well today. So why not give credit where and while we still can, not wait for somebody to pass and then we start crying, reminiscing about it and want to compliment and thinking. We must motivate and give credit now while they can still receive it and enjoy it while they're still alive, you know. So we big up to Mamelodi, to Orlando Pirates, sorry, for being top
Yeah,
of
and
the
you love
log.
Sundowns that much.
No, man, I love football. A big up to Orlando Pirates
To answer your
for
question,
being.
Coach KP, to answer your question, Coach KP, it's like the man of the match is voted by people. I don't know. I don't know where the people are, honestly speaking. I don't even know if they're watching the match. It's like
These
there's
are the ones
voting
that are
somewhere.
drinking Black Label. Oh, so
Of course, because it's a Black Label Cup, it's possible. It's highly possible, because even our policy has said, I don't deserve it. It's the second time our policy is winning the man of the match. Remember that game where he scored a nice goal against Welele? He also said the same thing. Mbogazi is the one who scored a cracker goal. He said Mbogazi should have won the man of the match. And then it was given to him. I don't know why they give him the man of the match. Honestly speaking, it demotivates players who play very well, because you look at player like who scored the goal, Mofokeng, you look at Mbogazi. Why will a player like Mbogazi not get a man of the match after playing for?
Why
It's
you
like
not
our
mentioning
policies.
any of the Marumo players? Why not
They
mentioning Jube?
lost.
You
Why
also.
do you mention lost?
So
They
what?
lost. They
So
lost.
man of the match, you
They
get to
didn't even
be.
have a shot on. They didn't even have a shot on goal.
So
there was
what are
no
you
shot at
saying?
goal, Coach KB.
Football is about goals. The football is about goals. They lost without even scoring a goal.
So you
Guys, when we
want
watching
a
the
man
same
of
Without
the
even
game,
a
match?
shot on target.
No,
Yes,
you can't
Marumo Gallants
you
lost a
can't want a
match.
player to get a man of the match for defending
how does
their
Chippers
entire
get man of the match? How does
making
Chippers
saves,
get man of the match?
keeping the
Exactly.
clean
So
sheet.
maybe Washington want to put him.
Yeah, but
That's what I'm
Pirates
saying.
scored
Why
at
would
the end
No,
they
of
he
the
do?
lost.
day.
He conceded the goal.
But Pirates
He conceded
scored
the
at the
goal.
end.
He lost.
He
I
conceded.
guess
So why not give
when
it
you
to the
guys
person
watching,
that scored?
No, Coach KP, you must tell us. We know you're a coach. If you're an agent of those players, you must tell us. We'll promote them. We don't have a problem. We don't have a
no,
problem.
no, I'm not saying that. But you know the way I saw the movie youngster, the movie boy, the boy was marvelous to watch. Man, I haven't seen a
He was
right back that can
marvelous,
play
but
that much.
until when?
Yeah,
Coach
Yeah, you
but
must
KP,
you know,
what
sign
I
him.
always say.
You must
You
sign
know
him in
what
your team, Coach KP.
you know what I always say,
yeah,
man. I always say
yeah.
you can't invite criminals into your house to steal, trying to test your security system. They'll eventually break into it. So Marumo Gallants was inviting pirates to come and give them the punches. At the end of the day, towards the end, Relay found that one. If they went to Orlando
Mm-hmm.
Pirates, maybe we would be talking a different story. So you can't always want to survive. If you can't survive, you're going to die. So that's what happened to them. They survived until the 90th minute. They survived until the first half of the added time, and until they couldn't survive anymore. So they had to lose the game. You cannot want to play on survival mode, guys. Let's go pound to pound. I mean, both teams are in the PSL. We would understand if it's the net bank and the teams are, yeah, the others are playing in the first division, the others, but it's the same
No,
level
because I
of
think the Marumo
competition.
Gallants is because he's a white coach. White coach are easily praised for nothing. I'm telling you. The guy came there to display negative football. Immediately, and it didn't work out because he lost. Suddenly, I don't know, Coach KP, you said the right back played well.
No, but guys, you guys are setting up the coach for a failure. This guy's playing Machi Pirates. That is very high. So now he needs to try and go pound to pound so that he can lose 5 and then no. The guy did what he had to do. It just
No,
didn't
but
work out at the end of the
No,
day.
Pirates have not scored.
Coach Wadu went pound to pound with Pirates when he was at Marumo. Oh, what was the difference?
won.
Yeah, but he had
1-0.
nothing to do. He was
We
playing
won
for
2-0.
point.
No, he was fighting relegation.
Yeah, you see,
Marumo
so
Gallants,
today, look at this, what this guy did. It worked for him until today. Like you just said, you keep inviting and then you get punished. But we cannot now say, no, he's supposed to go pound to pound. No, no, no. Sometimes we need to, as a coach, you sit, you look at your chances. What chances do you have? If you're going to be opening up, like you're saying, Tola, then Borila gonna give you almost 6. You can't be
We
going
won 2-0.
pound to
no,
pound.
We won
Pirates have not
2-0
scored
against
6
Orlando
against
Pirates.
anyone. When last did you see Orlando Pirates scoring 6 goals?
Oh, it was
They will
against
start
Marumo.
now. If you're going to go there.
It was against Marumo when they
They've
won
got
8. They won
They
8
give Marumo
against
8.
Marumo
Exactly.
Gallants
No, but when?
last
Not
Last
season.
last year,
season.
this season. Yeah, but this season they've not scored anything. They always win by. That's why I said they're gonna win 1-0 because they've been winning with small margin.
Yeah, but let's give
Yeah,
credit
but
to them. They haven't been conceding a lot.
No, they've been winning with small margin.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
but you don't
Okay,
need to.
gentlemen,
You don't need
that's
to
it,
shine to be
gentlemen.
a champion, man. I
Okay,
always say you
before
don't need to shine.
Coach KP, before and then
Yeah.
Bafana Bafana have been drawn. Let's touch on Bafana Bafana have been drawn against Korea and Mexico. What's your take on it? Please be quick, 30 seconds, so that you go, guys. It's already late.
Oh, I would have loved us to have Spain or Brazil. It would be easy to play them. Unlike this, these ones are too hungry, man. They're gonna make us run. Yes. But I think maybe we can get, if we are lucky, we are going to get 4 points. Hopefully, be best number 3. But hey, I don't think that's the best draw for us. 30
So I want
seconds
to
done.
take on the draw that happened in Washington, D.C. Donald Trump's dictatorship country.
Probably one of the most difficult group people can look into. Korea, always there in the knockout stages, always in the World Cup. Mexico, always there. So it's a very challenging group for South Africa. Hopefully the boys show up, and if we don't qualify as second best or first, then maybe hopefully we can qualify as third best because World Cup things have changed now. There's higher opportunities for people to qualify to the knockout stages than it was before.
But it's a World Cup, guys. It's the best countries in the world. It's always tough. You can't get an easy draw in a World Cup. If you do, you have to be a very extremely lucky. That's it, everyone. This is an Excel network.
Nadim, there are better draws.
Yeah,
There are better draws.
we can go through the groups.
No, there are better draws on paper. Up until you enter the field, then it's different story.
If you do Qatar, Nadine.
How? I wouldn't mind. You know the big names. South African always knows how to play well against your Spain, your Brazil. Like those ones, I think we can. I don't know.
No, but do you think South Africa can beat? Do you think South Africa can beat Spain or Brazil in a World Cup?
Yeah,
No,
but
I don't think so.
No, forget about that. No,
pushing it.
no, it could be. It will be a cold day in hell. It can never happen. It can never happen.
I think you're pushing it.
It can never happen.
It can never happen.
Bafana beating Brazil in a World Cup. But Brazil. Please,
so you're saying we can beat them anywhere, not in the World Cup?
No, you can't beat them in the World Cup. They change.
So matches and the World. What's your take on
the draw?
Yeah.
I think it's a very difficult for Bafana Bafana, but for me, it's not about. It's about Bafana Bafana qualifying, playing 3 games. We'll see how it goes. You never know. It's a World Cup, but obviously it's tough. South Korea, I mean, you've got players who are highly experienced. They're used to play in that stage. And then Mexico at home. I mean, Bafana Bafana, I think Bafana Bafana it's going to be more tough. We failed to beat them at FNP Stadium. Now we can beat them at Mexico City. I don't know. But obviously, I'm hopeful that this team can surprise us. But more importantly, it's a good thing that Bafana Bafana qualifies for the World Cup.
Yeah,
that's all that matters. Just being there.
How many points do you guys? How many points do you guys think Bafana Bafana will have?
Now let's win the AFCON first, then we can decide how many points to take in the World Cup. Let's win the AFCON in Morocco first. I think the most important thing is to win the AFCON before talking about the World Cup.
Yeah, most
Okay, then.
definitely.
All right, guys. Thank you so much to Kola. Coach KP, Orlando Pirates, congratulations on winning your second trophy in a space of 3 months. And Marumo Gallants, you deserve to lose because, I mean, you came there just to play negative football. No shot on target. You got exactly what you deserve, which is nothing. Okay, maybe half price, but those are the
There's a
things.
team that
I mean, it's
played
always
also.
it's so painful and disappointing to see so many fans, 43,000 attended that stadium, to see another team not even having a shot on goal. They were just hoping penalties. It's a bad strategy. That's why I'm not impressed with the Marumo Gallants coach. I know if it was a black coach, was going to be hammered, but since it's a white coach, we'll act as if we didn't see that they played negative football. Okay, guys, Orlando Pirates, we can fault them that they came with 3 holding midfielders, which is Makaula Mbata and what's the name of the guy?
Don't weak.
Namata, yeah. Of course, most Pirate supporters feel they should have not played because they feel like the coach is pushing them in their throat because they came together at Marumo Gallants. But Pirates are the same team that created more chances with those 3 holding midfielders in the first half. So I think
Where are
it
you
worked.
taking that, man? Idea. Where are you taking that? Pirate supporters feel that way.
I read comment. No, I encourage people on our channel to read to comments. I have seen a lot of comments where people they're saying Nematejela, the coach is putting them in their throat. The coach is biased. He doesn't know how to coach. But the fact is, Owato has won 3 trophies, guys. I mean 2 trophies at Orlando Pirates in a short space of time. So for that, we need to congratulate him. And the Pirates have done well this season. And you guys also have done well in subscribing. And you guys also have done well in subscribing and supporting us. Keep on subscribing. We'll come back very soon. And thank you so much, everyone. We're together covering local football. Africa Cup of Nations is about to start. We just highlighted the World Cup draw, of which obviously is a tough draw for Bafana Bafana. But at the World Cup, you don't expect any easy opponent. Goodbye, everyone.